Hello, Internet. Personality types should be taught in school, but there's something far more powerful that should also be taught. By the way, welcome to the Empirical Sword. I'm Lord Master DLC79. I happen to believe that school doesn't teach. We have to be the masters of our education, meaning we gotta do the learning thing on our own, at least until school starts teaching things that it should be teaching. So what is this magical thing that's even more powerful than personality? And keep in mind, I should clarify that when I talk about personality types, I'm talking like Myers-Briggs, Enneagram, that sort of thing. You helping people to discover who they are, how they think, and make decisions, and things like that. How they direct their energies, psychologically, not metaphysically, which is a total myth. But what's more powerful than this in terms of self-discovery? Character. And unfortunately, there is kind of a test that assesses certain character traits. It's called a personality test. I'm not entirely sure I agree that it's personality, because for one, it's very much based on your behaviors. Now, here we're getting into kind of terminology and specifics, and the religion that has developed around Myers-Briggs. To go off on that tangent, Myers-Briggs, MBTI, whatever you want to call it, it deals with your cognitive functions, your perceptual filters, and your tendencies around making decisions and taking action and drawing conclusions. That's it. It says nothing about behavior. These things lead to behaviors, or they can lead to behaviors, but we learn to modify our behaviors from the day we're born. It's called socialization, or growth, or growing up, or character development. Your personality is, and here we're getting kind of into opinion. Your personality is kind of a root core of who you are. Your character is kind of a collective of behaviors that you can modify, which means you can change them if they seem to be getting in your way. And this character assessment or personality assessment that I'm referring to is the Hexaco test. And I won't go into the details. I'll probably put like a link to it down in the description, wherever that is. But things like honesty, humility, altruism, diligence, conscientiousness. We could argue that the extroverted axis is a personality type thing, but I really feel like Hexaco defines extroversion differently than Myers-Briggs. Myers-Briggs is like how you get your energy and how you expend your energy. It's like a very core thing about your energy flow. In the Hexaco, it's more about your behaviors. Now, okay, granted, in the Hexaco, I'm still considered to be highly introverted because I don't enjoy being around most people, which is why I'm doing this in the video format rather than on stage. I don't want to be on stage. That's beside the point. The point is, these character traits or behaviors, these are the things that you use for interfacing with people, and ultimately where you go in life and how successful you are in life. And keep in mind, we're not defining success just on how much money you make or what your career is. It's how you relate to people. Going back to my video on empathy, how willing people are to accommodate your needs and your wants is dependent on how much they like you. In a way, that your likability is a measurement of your success in that field. And it's dependent upon your behaviors, your character, How honest are you to people? What's your humility like? Are you diligent? Are you observant? Are you conscientious? These sorts of things. And I won't go through the whole list because, I mean, I don't have it on my screen. I don't have it memorized because, why memorize it when I can just look it up? But I mean, while personality typology, knowing how you think and how you take action and draw conclusions or your preferences thereof, and surrounding therein with the therefores and what fors and other fancy words that make no sense. I mean, knowing all this, that's useful. But at a certain point, you need to begin interfacing with other people. I mean, even if you're an extreme introvert like me, you need to interface with people on occasion in order to meet your goals or even meet their goals. And this involves behaviors and character traits. And I know somebody out there is going to be like, oh, well, this is something the parents should teach. Well, there are some parents out there who just suck. They let their children do whatever, whenever, and it's just a phase. They'll grow out of it. They don't grow out of it. I mean, childhood bullies grow up to be adult bullies. And unfortunately, I've worked with a few of them. I still have to work with one of them. Luckily, one got fired. I should not be happy about that, but I am. But I mean, the point is, you have to interface with people. At the end of the day, well, not at the end of the day, but eventually, to do anything in life, you're going to have to interface and interact with other people. It's inevitable. No matter how much you dislike it and how much you try to avoid it, it's inevitable. You have to do it at some point. And your little ninja hack, your net worth, and again, we're not talking just money. Your net worth is equal to your network of people. The more you know, no, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And cliches like that. In other words, your success in life is dependent upon how many people are actually willing to work with you. How many people actually like you. And to do that, you have to interface with people. You have to interact with people. And you have to have character traits that they actually like and they want to support. So at some point, we have to learn how to develop our characters. And I don't just mean in an RPG kind of sense. But character development, do it.